Hey critics, it's time for Black on the Cover of Us Weekly's October 14th issue. Now, Sean Diddy Combs graces the cover of Us Weekly with the headline, Diddy's Life Behind Bars. Former inmates reveal what it's like inside America's worst prison. In my opinion, all of them are the worst prisons, but I mean, if we're just going to go ahead and categorize them, they're saying that this is the absolute worst. But they're also saying, though, that Sean Diddy Combs will never, ever be the same. But who goes to prison and comes out the same? I mean, this is about to be the trial of his life. So, of course, this is going to change his entire life and probably the trajectory of what's going to be happening, not only to him, but his family. The caveat, though, of everything, y'all, if I'm being honest with y'all, is that the report that Cassie filed, in my opinion, only sounds more like an under exaggeration. She could have told us more. The other part is Hollywood knew, which is why many people are not saying anything or they're saying less, right? There may be a little bit that they might say Breakfast Club or they may not say that much at all, right? Breakfast Club. Side note though, Jaguar Wright, you gonna take Ray J up on that offer to connect or nah? I mean, I say nah, but I ain't you. Come with me, critics, as I take you black on the inside of Us Weekly's October 14th issue. Now, on page 2, the stars are just like us, with reality star Sierra Miller packing a reusable bag in a purse when she made a trip to the grocery store, while Kevin Hart is caught curled up on the couch watching the game in his Philadelphia Eagles gear with his 2 youngest children, son Kenzo, who is 6, and then also his daughter, I hope I get her name right, is it Kaori, who is 4. Both of them look so adorable with their dad. Let me tell you, Kevin focused on the game, child. I don't know what the kids doing, but I know that Kevin is focused on the game. On page 6 and 7, it asks, is there any more room for me? Well, in those jeans. I know, I'm not, judge me. I don't know what I'm doing today. I said it said, I might as well keep going. Now, Alicia Keys, she's looking sleek in a Jean-Paul Gaultier crop jacket as well as some pants. I love a nice jean outfit. The spread also includes a standout look that I loved from Versace that was worn by Ashley Park. It's basically kind of like this 3-piece with a corset top and then sort of like some flared pants as well as a jean jacket. On page 8, it says who wore it best? Ayo Edebiri. She wore what looks like a Prada dress, I believe, or maybe the dress is Prada. I just don't know if it's a 1-piece dress or if it's like a 2-piece dress, right? I just can't tell. But she basically she won the look. Cardi B is going gold in a disco dress, and she attended It's Raban's, I believe, a spring 2025 fashion show. Just 18 days, y'all, after giving birth to her 3rd child. Look, I got a question. Did they announce the name of the baby yet, y'all? I don't know, but I will tell you this. Since I have yet to hear anything as of this recording, I've decided to take a guess. And these are my top 3 names. You ready? They start with a K because her daughter's name is Culture. So it's kind of like, okay, let me see. If she went with the Ks, I'd say go with Coin, judge me, Koin. Okay, I don't think that's bad. Plus, she's a celebrity. She can get away with that, right? Well, we all can at this point because we all celebrities, technically. The fact that we're all on social media from any of the social media platforms, in my opinion, it all feels like we're exposed and famous. We are all famous. Or Queen with a K, like Kueen. I think that's cute. I like it. Or what about something like Cachet? I think that's actually my favorite. I can see her basically saying, all my kids, Cachet, Culture, as well as her son. And I didn't write his name down. I think I forgot. Is it Wave? Is that her son's name, Wave? Oh my goodness, celebrities. It's so many babies out there. I think I'd be getting folks' names mixed up. But with that being said, I still believe that Cardi should launch her own children's line, like clothing line, and then make her kids the models. Is that too much? Am I telling her to work her children? You don't have to do that, Cardi. You know, all of the top designers, well, I wouldn't say all of the top designers, but you have many top designers that has sought after you. That's why you was at the spring 2005 Raban's fashion show, right? Shout out to Cardi B and congratulations on you and a strange husband welcoming your 3rd child. Shout out to the cat daddies, baby, because they out here, baby, on page 22 with Miami Heat's Khalil Ware melting hearts when he basically adopted an orange cat named Lycos from Miami-Dade Rescue Services. Special shout out to Miami-Dade County. And I cannot talk about Florida or a county without giving a special shout out to Duval. And back to our regularly scheduled program. Selma Hayek, she's soaking it all up, y'all, on page 24, while Victoria Monet and longtime love, unfortunately, John Gaines, they've called it quits. Now, if you remember back on the May 23rd episode, I talked about Victoria Monet and her Grammy Award winning year, as well as the music videos that she continues to release. Now, her album, Jaguar Deluxe, is actually out right now. Victoria, your art, your creativity, I just want you to know, sweetheart, that gives timeless, and I am a fan. Now, I hate to hear of a heartbreak, but I do know a lot of billion-dollar songs that was written out of heartbreak and tragedy. Feel free to channel and give it there. And continue to give us those visualizers that you've given us on YouTube. You and Usher, I don't know if y'all should really do another duet together. That was a little spicy. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, go to Victoria's channel. Check out her song. It's called SOS. It's with her and Usher. Don't worry, baby. You're going to see the thumbnail. The thumbnail's spicy within itself. Moving right along to Miss Simone Biles. She's there on page 31 talking medals, marriage, life, and life on the road. Now, while she has been photographed out supporting her husband and NFL player Jonathan Owens, she's also out on the road reuniting with Jade Carey, Jordan Childs, as well as Hensley Rivera for the Gold Over America tour. So when I say that she's on the road, she's actually on the road doing a different tour, except this tour is more along the lines of the Olympics, and it's with the girls, you know what I'm saying? But she's still supporting the hubby along the way. I want to give a special shout out to Jonathan too for supporting the hell out of Simone when she was competing in the Paris Olympics this past summer. I felt the love. I felt the love. Now, in between shows, the article says that Biles does like to hang with her teammates and go out. But when she was asked about her marriage, she says that when it comes to quality time with her man, her husband, her baby, she says that they just try to go out to a nice dinner and enjoy themselves. So, y'all, ain't nothing wrong with keeping it simple. And then go back to the house. Close the door. On the same page, they're also talking about Hoda Kotb replacement. Y'all now y'all know that Hoda just left, right? Excuse me, I think it's Kotb. She actually just left, but not left. She basically announced that she left, but she's supposed to be officially leaving at the beginning of the year. Y'all, the woman just announced that she was leaving, and we already trying to replace her. But it's not that much longer, so we got to find out who's going to be in your spot. Are they going to make you train her? I hope they don't. Now, the critics over at the MVMO channel says, Hoda, that you lied to us, saying that your reason for leaving was supposed to be for your children. But it was actually due to the fact that your salary and your contract were up for renewal, and you was being asked to stay in position for less money, but instead you decided to leave. Now, I don't see nothing wrong with leaving if you're not okay with the fact that your new contract is going to be half your salary or less, because they're projecting that they may have sliced her salary in half, which is reportedly, they say $20 million, sliced it in half to maybe 10 or less, and offered it for her to actually stay. So her and her agent weren't able to work out anything with the company for her to feel comfortable actually staying. Sorry about that. Now, the reports say that Hoda will probably transition into more like speaking engagements, writing books, but the replacement options are still being thrown around. I will say the person that I probably have that I agree with in this story is Carson Daly, but it's supposed to be Carson Daly, Willie Geist, as well as Chanel Jones. So yeah, I mean, any of the three could probably work. And you know how it goes. Sometimes it ain't even the people that they've already projected. It's just kind of like to throw us off, and then they'll surprise us with somebody else. But shout out to Hoda on her next phase in life. I know that you summed it up in a way that was, in my view, really more of a half truth. But I will say that MVMO, I felt like she did a good job of kind of like helping to summarize what it could have sounded like for it to be more authentic and not lie-ish. You know what I'm saying? You know. Well, shout out to Lizzo, though. She's on page, I think it is 32, showing off her weight loss, and it has nothing to do with Ozempic, y'all. That's what she say, and more to do with, she says, jumping rope, lifting weights, Pilates, and her current lifestyle. And I will admit that Lizzo's been showing off her body with or without, whether it was built or bought. Lizzo has been showing it off. But congrats on your weight loss journey. I don't care how y'all be losing weight at this point in time. It's really all about how you feel, right? If you look good, guess what? You typically feel good. So that's what matters the most, is how you feel about yourself. And Tia Mowry, you know, folks Tia, she's on page 35, y'all. She's talking about her single journey and how she's embracing the unknown. Plus, get this. Y'all know she has 2 kids with her ex-husband and actor, Corey Hardrick, and her son, Cree. He don't want to be on her new reality TV show. And guess what? She says she's not going to make him. She says she respects that. And I want to say thank you, Tia, for not only sharing that, but for also honoring your son's wishes. I believe he's 13, and he said that he does not want to be on the show. And the show that I'm referring to is Tia Mowry's brand new show called My Next Act. WeTV, it just actually aired. I believe it was yesterday on October the 4th. Yeah, so if you've had a chance to check that out, please let me know below. I'm also going to go over and listen to some of y'all's commentary or your reviews on the first episode. So I can't wait to get done here so I can actually start doing that. Because Tia, I like to listen. Some people say that the twins, I remember, sister. Listen, I remember watching the twins growing up, but I had a friend. She was not necessarily a fan of the show and wasn't necessarily a fan of the twins, but twins, where have you been? That's what Tia's basically saying to her twin, Tamara, because she said at first at one point in time when she went on an interview, I believe it was, that her and Tamara was not as close as she wanted them to be. So everybody was kind of like, oh my God, what's going on between you and your sister? And then she came out and it made it seem like we was exaggerating it a little bit. But the truth is, I don't know if I can really understand twins because I'm not a twin at all. So that's kind of like a language I'm not necessarily familiar with. But I will tell you that Tia and Tamara, if Tamara wants to come on the show to talk it out with Tia, I think that would be the better way to do it so we can get more of an in-depth understanding. Because Tia, we don't want you to be out here throwing this out here, making it seem like you ain't got no relationship with your sister like that you want, then taking it back like, well, I mean, it wasn't really like that. Girl, it is like that. If it's not the relationship that you want, it ain't the relationship that you want. Stand in it. You ain't got to stand up in it, but stand in it. Let me move forward because I don't even know where I'm going with this. My goodness. Let's go ahead and move forward to the death, the meat, the potatoes, all the things. Page 36, y'all talks about Diddy's brand new, basically life in prison. So what's ahead for the diddler? If convicted, y'all, of racketeering, trafficking by force, and transportation to engage in prostitution, he could face up to 15 years in prison. Now, while it's estimated that it could take 6 months to 1 year for a trial, the lawyers that Diddy are fighting for his innocence. Remember, he pleaded not guilty? Well, his next court case is set to be on October the 9th. That's in a few days, so we'll definitely have an update by then. The report goes on to say, though, that Diddy is facing the hardest times in the hardest of places. Prison never sounds good, I can tell you that right now. But prison is where you go when you're doing stuff that you ain't got no business doing. Now, his latest lawsuit was filed by Talia Graves, and her attorney, y'all know this is Gloria Allred. She held basically a press conference announcing her lawsuit against Diddy, claiming Diddy, not only Diddy, Diddy and his bodyguard Joseph, Big Joe, aka Joseph Sherman, R'd her, that's R-A-P-E-D, her at the Bad Boy Record Studio back in 2001, and both men, it seems, have denied the claims. However, I will admit that October 9th is only a few days away. Gloria is still going to have this case, and she's going to be doing her thing with the folks, and we still have yet to see in terms of the outcome of what will happen with Gloria's case regarding Talia, and then, of course, the update that we'll get regarding Diddy's case on October the 9th. Abbott Elementary has a spread on page 42 and 43. The show returns on ABC October the 9th at 9:30 p.m. So that morning, I guess y'all can watch the stuff for Diddy or find out an update. And then the afternoon, you can go ahead and watch Abbott Elementary. Tyler James and Hayden Panettiere, they ride around there on the inside doing their thing in a brand new movie. Got to be sure to check that out. And rounding out Black on the Inside, we got Miss Serena Williams as well as Rihanna on page 53 in some cute baggy jeans, which only reminds me of Beyonce's Levi's at this point. If you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you don't feel my pain. Y'all, that does it today for Black on the cover and then going black on the inside of Us Weekly's October 14th issue.